No, it's interesting how I decided to attend Washington University. I was interested in an engineering school, a school that I could get some good science background. At Washington University, the thing that most impressed me was the ability to be multidisciplinary. And so all the projects that I worked on that were a little bit extracurricular or even in the engineering curriculum kind of led us to kind of a multidisciplinary approach. A lot of engineers and scientists kind of get narrow in their field, and I was just excited to have the opportunity and the continuous push to be as broad as possible. My path to NASA is an interesting one. It was that engineering challenge, the difficulty of human spaceflight and the challenges that you have to overcome was something I was interested in being a part of. During my career with NASA, we covered a wide spectrum of activities. We built the International Space Station. I got the opportunity to be the chief of the astronaut office for a few years. When I retired from NASA, I took a role at Lockheed Martin Space, and my position is the Director of Technology Acceleration. My primary responsibility is the execution of demonstration of new technologies, and so I'm lucky that Lockheed has made the investment to build spacecraft specifically for the purpose of showcasing their technologies, and so I get to lead the teams that accomplish that. I've been really lucky from a family perspective. I think a lot of astronauts, as they look back, it's always difficult to really understand whether or not your family understands the job that you have, the risks that you take, or why you take them. In my case, my wife is also an astronaut. I'm really, really lucky to have a spouse that truly understands the work that I've had in front of me. Bringing my son along has been a very different experience. And so on my mission to the International Space Station on the Dragon capsule, I wanted to make sure that he understood what that was going to be like. And so my wife and I brought him to Florida to see a cargo launch. There's some great photos of him holding a space shuttle, watching a rocket launch at the same time that he's in my arms. He was not a fan of me riding a rocket. After we came back from the trip, he was good with me going and then mom going as long as he got to go third. And so we'll see if that plays out in his future. It's important, I think, for all alumni to recognize that the experiences that they gained at Washington University have contributed to the successes that they've had later. That's certainly true of me. I take it as a personal responsibility to both share my experiences as an astronaut, as an executive at Lockheed, as a WashU alumni with the folks that are going to follow behind me and teach them and remind them that where they're going is not decided yet. So WashU is definitely playing a big role in what they'll be able to do in the future. So I'm just thankful that whether it's my peers or it's the faculty at Washington University have recognized my experience and graded it as successful, and kind of be able to go forward with that recognition is something that's really inspiring to me to continue to try to do great things.